and sacrificing your life trying to defend Fred Hampton. So I had never been allowed to speak to him about, not allowed. I had never even wanted to speak about uh, um, the depth of this shit. You know, to even to understand how much of my life was manipulated by the feds. I'm wondering, like, why don't nothing go right? Nothing. I don't give a fuck. Hey man, I tried all the square shit. All the gangster shit went right, except every now and then, they caught up with me a couple of times. All the gangster shit went right. Double Cadillacs, all that shit. You know, uh, all that went right. I was allowed shit like I don't even go there, but yeah, I will. And this is in a file. They allowed me to do a whole bunch of shit and seduce a fucking beauty queen. The anticipation was that I was going wasn't going that I was going to do that. Me and the man and me and my man's in them was going to be savages on these virginal young girls, but that wasn't the way it went down. You know, uh, we was black, the Almighty Black Peace Stone Nation, and at that point I wasn't. At that point I was just on some straight up gangster shit with a whole bunch of money, and it was just about having a good time. But we find all these files where they had tried to set things up to prevent us from understanding that the Bloods, the Crips, the GDs, you know what I'm saying? The Blackstones, the bastards of the revolution. We the ones with the bad reps. But the revolution ain't got no motherfucking hope without the streets. It ain't got no hope. Because guess what? Super.
Hmm. I'm
It ain't
listening.
even enough niggas in them universities to meet all the sisters that you and your peers need. You need the brothers out the joint. So if they can fuck all that up, right? If they can fuck all that up, if all we got is calm ass, uh, no. If ain't nobody raising real men, and if black women who are in the position, so and now I'm going a little bit aside, black women who are in the position now to pick who they will crown. Warriors don't crown themselves. We're conquerors. Don't crown our motherfucking selves. Queens crown kings. Warriors crown conquerors. Queens. But if we are so oppressed, so repressed, so fucked up, so afraid of the consequences of black manhood, of African manhood, till the queens can't even find a brother to crown, don't even know. Capitalism say that white men go out and conquer the world and bring it back and throw it down. The African tradition is a little different from that. The women's circle say, hey, the ancestors, father, and our science say these. So our power comes from the center. But we got to, now I'm on some other, my esoteric shit. We ain't gonna go there. Because I'll be in
Well,
all
that's
kind of trouble
okay. Well,
with y'all.
that's okay. But you know what? That um to me, that's a perfect seg to try to um wrap it up in the interest of time. Also, it gives me a pretty good idea for our next discussion, being that this is considered to be Women's History Month, and perhaps I
Ah,
know something that I've heard you talk about quite a few different times is um, women's roles in all of this. Because there were female Black Panthers, and we know all throughout the civil rights movement in history, women played some very critical parts of it. So perhaps we
absolutely
can
critical.
um, perhaps we can figure out how to frame some of your history that you're willing to share with us, and connect it to the women that you were around. I heard you say that your mother was even a civil rights activist, and really was involved and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll talk about it for sure. That's how we do. We have these conversations. At least that's what we did the first time around, and I think it works for us. We have these conversations, then we follow up with each other for feedback, and then we plan the next conversation. We do plan to have these conversations every Thursday for a while, or every week. I'll say that, depending on Baba's schedule. So um, we do plan to continue these conversations, and again, just as a reminder, uh, um, he this is to inspire us to have more conversations, but also, it's also to inspire us to do something in our own communities, to take action in our own communities.
Thank you. So,
And so, with
how
that
much?
being said, how much what?
Okay, how much time can we commit to that conversation? Do we have another 10 or
I
15
mean, it,
minutes?
it looks like it looks like we run about 2 hours. I think, like, right now, I was gonna just say, hey,
Yeah.
look, there's like about 10 minutes left. If there's anyone who, I'll let you guys up one at a time. If you have questions for Baba, um, or you can ask them in the comments, however you choose to do it. But we can use the last 10 minutes to allow you guys to ask questions. I hope you all enjoyed the conversation. If you have further questions about anything that he said, please feel free to ask those. If you need clarification, also, I did drop the ball. I did forget to tell you guys, if you do enjoy the conversation, I did put Baba's Cash App in the pinned comment there. It is $ Baba Blair. Please support him with cash and not beans. Thank you.
Do I got some beans or something up in here?
They gave you two beans, but you probably
What is a
have some.
bean?
But every 210 beans equals $1. So you have $2 worth of beans in your wallet right now.
Hey,
Every 210 beans equals $1. But it's like I told you, I didn't want to like bother you with all of the complicated things of cashing that out and all that good stuff. It's it
can
it
I
is
can I can I give them away?
Um, yes, you can. You can set up a password, and you can actually convert your beans to diamonds, so you can send gifts. And I think you also can send bean gifts. You can look for something called like a blue lover. It's a if you go down to the gift box down there, and I think it's under the word multi. Um, Let me see where is the blue lover?
I got that.
Yeah, it's a blue lover, and it'll take from your beans. And so, if you want to send it to organic, you just have to click on her box and then click on the gift box, and it'll send it directly to her or whoever is here. We do appreciate the support, although you know what I mean. We're just happy that you come through
Greatly,
and you spend
greatly
time with us.
appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all too. I do.
We
So,
appreciate your stories.
uh, yeah, it's that's interesting too because a big part, a big, a major influence or argument among the Panthers is uh, the uh, history, which are certain facts, you know,
Yeah, I said that, Kevin.
confirmable, and then personal perspective, and so that's very that distinction, and I've been trying to like make that distinction. Okay, there are certain uh, subjective uh, perspectives, and then there are for certain objective perspectives. What happened and uh, what I think happened or what I feel happened. Okay, so us working our way like through those things in the stories, right? Uh, what happened, how we feel about what happened, and then the impact of what happened. That's all. That's all. That's you know. It's like a jambalaya. And so I've been having a lot of arguments with a lot of Black Panthers about this. Not a lot, but I've been having a lot of. And when I say argument, I mean discussions. And
Hmm.
I agree with you that the telling of the stories is important. Uh,
It is. And hopefully, we can, I know that we, Brother Shay, downloaded the
we should
app.
call him.
He was here last week, and but this app is a lot to deal with, so he ended up deleting the app, and I hope that he ends up re-downloading the app. And I'm hoping that you're able to bring some other of your comrades here so that we can really get into these conversations. And I know that if you bring more than yourself, the conversations might be a little bit longer, but nonetheless, that's the reason why I said, in the interest of time, um, 2 hours I think is enough, because I noticed that you asked about that. I'm gonna do one question because I only had one person ask, can we ask questions now? And that was Kevin Greenleaf. Did you want to come up and ask the question, or did you want to do that from the comments?
So I would like um, to know where everybody's from, and probably in the comments because I'll forget just you know in conversations. Um, and something that Super and I have talked about, and Zell and I talked about very deeply, is that I'm a revolutionary. I'm not an entertainer. Okay, um, you know,
She
I
says
could
she's from
literally.
Brooklyn.
Okay, and
Um, I'm I was born and raised in Georgia. I currently live in Tennessee. Zell is in LA. Organic. Um, uh,
Philly,
Fontaine.
Philly, organic in Philly
Oh, okay, organic in Philly.
or Pittsburgh. I mean, yeah,
Um,
Pennsylvania.
the man says he's from Massachusetts. Fontaine says he's from Mississippi. One dog says he's from Pennsylvania.
yeah, and
I
so
know there's a couple of friends in here that's from Chicago. Um, And we got somebody here from Baltimore.
So let's do something. That is, you know, my primary goal for being out here is let's organize something. Let's decide on some things that are doable, that are achievable. Zell and I have been talking. Him and what's the brother name? We've been talking about connecting others of the Black Panthers to resources uh, that can help them, that can help collect this history before it's gone. I mean, it's so important. Uh, it
Yes,
is.
he
It's
isn't
just.
the only person who is a living current Black Panther, and he is steady looking for more. He's looking for more living Black Panthers and their stories, and Black Panther cubs, which would be their offspring, um,
Let's call
like
that
their friends
legacy.
have been years and stuff like that. Say it again.
Let's call that legacy.
Yes, the legacy.
And so we can say BP legacy. And the reason for that is that there's a copyright on the term Black Panther Cub. And and BP legacy, what I'm finding around the country is that first of all is that many of the greatest of the Black Panthers, you have not heard their stories. You don't, you know, we don't. People don't even know about them. I'm talking about badasses. I'm like, damn. Like, we talk about Fred Hampton, but how about the nigga that stayed at the door, took the first bullet, who they say fired the only bullet that night, because they came like a storm. It was like evil just descended like a fucking cloud of fucking uh, blood sucking, just insanity. And Mark Clark, defense captain, Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party, uh, stood there. I mean, literally, he could have ran because there was, he had time to run. The rest of us were asleep. They were on duty. He had time to surrender and just give them the space, you know? Uh, and we know so little about his story. And his story uh, is significant, even more significant, when we look and see what his legacy has bared in Peoria, which is where he was from. He's from Peoria, Illinois.
Hmm.
And that is the same throughout the country. There are Panthers, I'm talking about, raggedy ass old people crazier than me, and I'm crazy than a motherfucker, you know. Uh, and there are scholars who don't even whisper the fact that they were Black Panthers who get no acknowledgement, but they're the ones who led the programs, while those of us who were uh, the victimizers and the perpetrators of uh, violence are lifted up,
Okay.
you know. And so, one of the projects that I would like to see this grouping of us pursue, and that is uh, finding your local Black Panthers, those local legends, and even nurturing us out of this fucking darkness that we've been in. So many of the Panthers are still fucking undercover. Still.
Okay. Well, I think that the best thing to do would be to center a conversation around that task, because I think people will have questions about how to go about that and how to best serve and to honor those individuals, and also, just having the information on how to go about attracting and persuading people to be able to tell their stories. So that's what I would say. I I'm gonna write that down right now, so that when we have our conversations about future content, we can make sure that we focus on that, because, like I said, this this for me is important, and is also, um, I want to make sure that whatever your desires are, that we try our best to meet them. I can't make any guarantees, but as we continue to have conversations, and we try to um, you know, try to be able to articulate these things to people so that they can understand and then take it back to their own community, their respective communities.
So after
Any
that number of
last words? Oh, go ahead.
the question is 324. What does that mean? In the right hand corner of my screen. 320.
That is the number. That's the you talk the yeah. That has to do with the number of viewers that goes up and down as we are. Some people leave, some people stay, new people come. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
no problem.
Yeah.
All right.
So
As always,
project.
appreciate you for your time, Baba.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
So tell people to send in
I've been
projects
said
and
that y'all could ask
contact
questions, but
information to you, and
we're
then we'll screen that. Okay.
okay. Okay. Um. So right now, y'all, I'm about to wrap it up because uh I'm being called to do something else. Okay. I've been said y'all could ask questions. I said that at 8:51. I said y'all ask questions in the comments, or y'all can come up one at a time. Um, and so
I told
yeah.
you,
Um, we finna close it out, y'all, cause I got the
Super
people
duper
is
got a life.
well, it's a big old life, cause I gotta stay live, cause the people want to do something else. They want to be ratchet tonight, Baba. They want
I
to be
know.
real ratchet tonight. That's what had happened. They want to be ratchet. You're welcome to stay around to see the ratchet activities, but I mean, cause you over there on Patron, so I mean, you might fit in. You might fit right on in with us.
And I just had a ratchet experience too. So yeah.